On Sunday Night Football, Kansas City beat the Chargers 30-27. KC is now 8-2. They're the number 1 seed in the AFC. And I just want to be clear about something. Kansas City is so much fun to watch. Patrick Mahomes in this game had 3 touchdown passes. All of them went to Travis Kelce. Travis Kelce had 6 catches for 115 yards and 3 touchdown catches. And it just, with retrospective, it's really something that Travis Kelce and Tyreek Hill once played on the same team. Like, they're so capable. And I remember saying at the end of last year, like, just enjoy any moment you get to watch these two guys play together. And it came to an end very quickly after that. And so it's just really impressive. And Travis Kelce is a guy that him and Mahomes, like, they just have a special connection. He's making plays. He's getting yards after the catch and doing all kinds of stuff. And I just hope people properly appreciate the time they get to spend watching Travis Kelce, because he really is one of a kind and a very, very special receiving tight end. Now, Patrick Mahomes had a game-winning touchdown drive in this one. Mahomes got the ball with 1:46 left on his own 25-yard line. He drove 75 yards downfield for a game-winning touchdown. It's pretty cool. It's another statement about how great Patrick Mahomes is. But what I really want to focus your attention on is the LA Chargers, because the Chargers had multiple fourth-quarter turnovers, and they lose another game, and the Chargers find themselves now 5-5. And I would say they are monumentally underachieving as a football team. And I really like Brandon Staley. Brandon Staley is the Chargers head coach. Seems like a very nice man. I like his approach. I like the way he interacts with players. But unfortunately, I think it's time for a new head coach in LA. I know there have been a lot of injuries on this football team. They have not been his fault. But the roster is just too good to be 5-5. You got Justin Herbert, Austin Eckler, Keenan Allen, Mike Williams, Khalil Mack, Joey Bosa, Derwin James, J.C. Jackson, who's hurt but still on the roster. You got a really good offensive line. I mean, this team in L.A. is absolutely loaded with talent, and they're 5-5. Yeah, that cannot be. You can't have talent everywhere and be a 500 team 11 weeks into the year. Exactly 5-5. That's awful. And it's widely known that the Chargers just refuse to pay for a premium head coach. But can you imagine what Sean Payton could do? You know, former coach of the Saints who won a Super Bowl with New Orleans and had Drew Brees for years. Can you imagine what Sean Payton could do with this roster? And it's not going to happen, but if LA's ownership ever decided to just pay the guy, and I think he might even have to trade for him from New Orleans, but this team would win with Sean Payton as their head coach. And I'm actually at this point begging the ownership in LA. You've got this incredible quarterback, Justin Herbert. I think you wasted the career of Phillip Rivers. Phillip Rivers was another really impressive quarterback who I loved. I'm a huge fan of Phillip Rivers. I always will be. He never gets the respect that he has deserved. And Phillip Rivers' career was basically wasted with teams that never won a Super Bowl. And I really don't want to see another quarterback come and go for the Chargers that has a Hall of Fame or borderline Hall of Fame career and doesn't get a Super Bowl out of it, doesn't get a really deep playoff run. Justin Herbert has never played in a playoff game, ever. That's absurd. It's really, really frustrating to watch, and I really want to see the ownership in LA make a move, because the team is just too talented to not make a deep playoff run. 5-5 with the talent that the Chargers have on their roster is just insane. And LA is badly, badly underachieving. And it has to be said. I've got nothing personal against Brandon Staley. In fact, I would love to talk to the guy. Seems like a wonderful human being. But you can't be the coach of this football team and be 5-5. And it makes me think of Mike McDaniel, who went to Miami, and in year one, he's 7-3. In year one. Mike McDaniel's already winning and probably going to make the playoffs. So it puts coaches like Brandon Staley, who are struggling to win with a really talented roster, to shame.